This is a HeadGum podcast.
Dynamic banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic banter. Don't forget the history road on Dynamic banter.
Dude, can I tell you something, Mike?
Yes.
I'm obsessed with fucking Love Island, man.
I don't know what that is.
Dude, it's fucking so... It's a fucking reality show from the UK.
Uh-huh.
And by the way, man, can I just say it? You never know what you're
I
going to
wasn't
hear.
expecting it. The problem with that soundboard is there's one button, and you don't know which sound is going to come out.
Dude, I would love that. In fact, if one day I could make a product, it might be... What do we got? A little spit? Oh, man.
Just a lead.
I'm disgusting. Thank you, Michael.
If you can make a
one
product,
day,
it's
one
gonna
day,
be
if I could make a product, it would be, it would totally be just a little electronic box
Yeah.
with a button on it, and when you press it, it does like one of like 1,000 sounds.
Yeah. Sound button.
And that's it.
Third favorite 90s
And
band.
all it is like press it when you want to make an impression.
Hey, are you not getting enough attention right now? Go ahead and press this. There he is.
Dude, it'll just maybe it's just a box that plays horns.
Hey, is it somebody else's birthday? Press the button. Friend got a promotion at work? Press the button.
Hey, is your friend fucking being a bitch? Press a button.
Are you at a friend's child's baptism and you don't believe in that kind of thing? Press the button.
Do you not believe in Jesus Christ? Press the button.
You think you're better than everyone? Somebody's looking at someone else. Press the button.
Here's the deal. Every day, some kind of bummer news comes out from the world, and you're like, "Fuck, man, when's shit gonna get good?" Fucking Epstein, suicide.
You really bummed out about that?
I'm so bummed out about it, Mike, because it was such a dude. Here's the thing. At the very
Please stop this music because I'm going to go out of my
listen.
mind.
At the very least, this is still a commercial for that button.
Oh, my bad.
At the very fucking least, man, what we were going to get from that man's testimony was a connection between... Well, forget about the between. He was going to release names of, like, billionaires that have been involved in straight-up child sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Like fucking children, Mike.
How could they
It
not...
sickens me to the core.
In what world, and be honest with me here, thank you so much, does that information die with him in 2019? Do you think all of that information was just locked in that dude's
I mean, I
dead
do
head?
appreciate the angle, the take.
Yeah.
And you're right, dude. But the truth is that these billionaires, these people who have more money than we'll ever comprehend,
Yeah.
they already have ways to cover their tracks in such a way that
They've already erased this podcast.
there's just no way, dude. I mean, it's very rare. That's why this whole Jeffrey Epstein thing has been such a fuck. Because it was like, dude, this guy had the names of all of these fucking billionaires involved in child sex trafficking and sex with children. Fucking billionaires, dude, that are having sex with kids.
Sex with Children Island is the worst.
Dude, save those kids. Oh, fuck. Ugh, gotta let that guy into my house. Anyway, listen, it's the FBI. I'm fucked. But I'm just giving in because there's nothing I can do. Bye. Sorry, Alana. Alana's
Did you
record
promise
is her
Alana?
Dude, you're gonna not remember Alana after today because the FBI is gonna take care. You're not gonna remember Dynamic Banter.
The FBI
You're gonna wake
erased Dynamic Banter and Alana?
Yeah.
Huh.
You're gonna wake up next week and you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "There's something I'm supposed to be doing this week." Anyway,
I wish we started talking about something else.
Anyway,
like this
listen, I
job.
gotta get this point out.
Mm.
Because that's what this button that we're selling is for.
Oh.
You press it, and it lightens the mood no matter what happened.
Uh-huh.
You're in the hospital room, and one of your relatives is passing. Press the button. Come on, send them elsewhere with a smile on their face.
You've been waiting for a pizza, sitting in the parlor, watching them make the pizza, and looking forward to yours for 45 minutes. It finally comes out, and the pepperonis are curved at the end. They got Lee grease inside of it, and you slipped on somebody's goddamn garbage and spilled it on your grandma's lap.
Everyone's laughing.
Press the
now.
button.
Push it, and everyone's giving it a laugh now. Yeah, we were so close to nailing so many fucks that have been getting away with hurting children for so long, dude. It's crazy. And then, yeah, totally, a lot of those names go to the grave with that man. And, maybe they raided his home and they found all this evidence of other stuff. So potentially...
That would have been a long time ago, though.
Yeah, but all of this stuff is... well, now that he's dead, it's kind of like a closed case, but...
What if they could raid your head?
But the FBI is doing research into how he committed suicide while he was on suicide watch, and then there were all these people that were like, well, he was taken off suicide watch. And it's like, well, sure, but just very recently he was taken off suicide watch. And
He's like, I promise.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, are you out of your fucking mind? And on top of this, he's like a high-level inmate. Like, he's like a fucking star witness in this like crazy case. This fucking crazy case. And of course you'd be fucking watching this motherfucker like a hawk, right?
Yes.
Anyway, I don't know, it sucks, but we could have nailed those a lot of motherfuckers, including dude, which is fucking crazy, which is one of the craziest parts of this whole thing. Apparently, allegedly Bill Clinton was one of the billionaires involved in this fucking sex thing, man,
Interesting.
with kids.
Bill
I don't know,
Clinton and involved in sex things seems to
not be that surprising.
It seems to
Yeah,
be a
man.
hot topic.
It sucks. Because it's like, yeah, the Democrats are all like, fucking Hillary. And like, Bill Clinton wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it kind of sucks. But dude, look.
Dude, if it's a politician, it's hard
Yeah.
to find. Dude, that's why I don't want to talk about any of this. But just listen
I
to
know,
Bernie
but we're
Sanders
talking
talk.
about it.
Just listen to him talk. Just listen to him talk.
I mean, he just
also,
said, yeah.
and this is, I think Joe Rogan talked about this last night at the Comedy Store. None of us know anything about politics, and we vote these people in,
Yeah.
and they're just like weird robot strangers.
Yeah.
And none of us know anything about them or anything about politics.
They're just alien strangers.
Yeah.
They're aliens. They're like reptilians. I love the idea of the reptilians. They
Yeah.
came to our Earth to be our elite and use our resources and live on a nice planet
Uh-huh.
because their planet was not good or something. I don't know the whole story of the reptilians, but they're aliens that apparently are
Is
living.
that lizard people? Is it the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
They're living amongst us, and they are the elite because they are superior intelligence or whatever. But
And
there's
they got a real thing for kids.
right. And
the
see, that's
lizard
the
people.
thing, dude. That's why when I think about how fucking, dude, just imagine what is happening behind closed doors with
Nope.
people with infinite money. Like we get the small kicks from a fucking popcorn in a movie at an air-conditioned movie theater. Or like we go to a cool event because we're fucking influencers or whatever and we get invited to cool shit. Wonderful. Those are things that make me so happy. Being able to entertain a massive audience of people or a slightly massive audience of people. It's wonderful. It gives me so many feels. But dude, like that's because we come from humble beginnings. We didn't think we'd get any of this.
You know what was cool
When we were
growing up,
babies.
which probably helped us become good human beings? Remember when you wanted something and you can't get it and you've never had it?
Yeah, I think about it.
That's good for you. That's good for people.
Dude, you're not wrong. That idea of limitations, that idea of working for something, or the idea of putting some sort of actionable effort behind a want.
Yeah, if you get things and you didn't assert at any point, I'm not saying like billionaires have never worked in their lives.
Totally.
Of course they
No
have.
one's saying that.
But when you're like born into it, I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
No,
right now.
dude. I mean,
It's
look,
just important to have like a work ethic, and it's important to have empathy.
Yeah, and look, no, I'm not saying, like, it's very easy to be like, we're all highfalutin over here in our fucking city boy liberal bubble lifestyle.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like,
I'm in a lot of financial trouble.
I don't think I'm better than anybody, but there's truly just something that is undeniable about from a psychology standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
There's something so undeniable about the behaviors of someone born into money, who came from money or became a billionaire or whatever, and between people who grew up in fucking squalor or lower class neighborhoods and shit.
Or anything in between. Like you could be born from money, but your parents could still they don't have to give you everything.
Right.
They could still instill a work ethic.
Right.
And show you where things come from and
totally
yada yada.
And I've seen it. I've seen that too. And the whole spectrum of people exist on this planet, truly. And we've seen all of it, but it is interesting how, I don't know, it's just so important to have these limitations maybe to humanize in some way, but
so you don't fuck
even
yourself
to say,
all up.
but dude, listen, even to say to humanize is like a perspective that only we believe because we are in this fucking liberal bubble, dude. We grew up in a very like, we're in this little thing and recycling's cool, man. I'll throw the fucking can in the other trash can.
It's about time somebody railed against recycling.
Dude, no, it's just one of those things where like when you were a kid, you're just like, the only problems we have are we don't have any money. And
which branches off into other problems.
But it's very personal shit. We weren't thinking about the planet when we were fucking 10 or...
Yeah, no, I was thinking about juice mostly.
Yeah, we were thinking about girls and like Ninja Turtles and shit. And, I don't know. This is so tangential, but it really is just one of those things where it's like... We all have these perspectives on what life should be and how life should be lived and such, and it's fine, and that's what makes humanity so, uniquely beautiful in certain ways, because you have all these unique viewpoints, and it makes the world interesting, to say the most positive thing about that. But
it also doesn't... yeah, go ahead.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is that... I think we all, even though there's so many different viewpoints and there's so many different perspectives, I think we all just want the same thing, which is to not die too early and to, like, enjoy life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, enjoying life is such a subjective thing because these fucking billionaires, dude, were enjoying life in their own way, doing this fucking unspeakable shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this stuff's happening right now, dude, and it sucks. And the reason why this Epstein thing pissed me off so much is because it just proves how helpless we kind of really are at the end of the day, because it's like you put your faith in the good guys for whatever that means.
And let's go down the list. Bill Clinton.
You put your faith in the good guys, hoping that, some bad shit, like a fucking billionaire child sex ring, gets fucking squashed and revealed, and all these people's lives are fucking ruined and destroyed because they hurt these children. And you want to feel that win, dude. You want to feel that fucking win from a perspective of like, fuck, the U.S. is so in a place of just disorder and chaos, like fucking mass shootings, dude, everywhere, all fucking day. And then Amnesty International released that thing that was like, now if you travel into the U.S., there's like a terrorism warning. Like if you live anywhere outside of the U.S.
That's been for a while.
Right, but this thing is like, please be aware that there could be mass shootings literally anywhere when you enter the U.S. And it's like, what, dude? We're totally in Biff's Back to the Future now. You know, in that scene of Back to the Future 2 when Marty's walking around Hill Valley and there's fucking homeless people all over the streets and there's fires and fucking rock music playing.
He went to LA?
You can hear gunshots and shit. Yeah, like we're finally, I mean, I think we're like barreling to that fucking future, which is like terrifying as shit. But I don't know, man. I really wanted that win, and I really wanted to feel like we were going to at least take out some fucking bastards, regardless of who they were, what party they were on. I just want bad people to stop doing bad things, and it was just really frustrating and hard when the Epstein stuff happened, because I was just like, man, just come on, we needed this one, you know, as a community of people that just wants to see good people win and bad people lose. Anyway.
That's the button.
All right. Well, let's see. What should we talk about?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
I think
I'm sorry it was so depressing.
I'm not depressed.
But listen, dude, Dynamic Banter is about going on a goddamn rant about whatever. And we went on sometimes we go on a serious kind of sad one. So whatever.
Well,
anyway.
I'll say, to button it up at the end, I guess, that me and my mom talk about this a lot. And the most powerful thing that you could do is make the things within your grasp as good as possible.
Totally.
So, like, you can't control what other people do, but you can control what you do, obviously. So if you do your best, like, you know right from wrong, if you do your best to live a good life, then, dude, I found this penny in the basement once, right?
Okay.
And it was like
That's
a
my
penny,
favorite Shel Silverstein poem.
Penny in a basement off the edge of the sidewalk. And then there was another little metallic thing around it that said, like, if you keep this penny, you'll never be broke, technically.
Oh, right? I love it.
Because you'll have a penny.
I love that.
And I think that as long as you're honestly not fooling yourself, having full self-awareness that you're doing your best to be a good person, you can't lose faith in humanity, because that means there's at least one person trying to do that left. And then the idea is that maybe, you know, you can't tell anyone how to be any certain way, but you can influence people by being an inspirational, living an inspirational life.
Totally.
You see nothing inspires me more than seeing other people being good people.
Right.
You know, because as much as there are terrible scumbag motherfuckers out there, got spit on one the other day.
Someone spit on
Somebody
you?
spit onto and into me, and we'll talk about it later.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's what I'm saying, that there in this city, like, Ryan exists. Ryan's pretty good. And there's also a person who would spit on somebody. But as long as I know Ryan exists, I know that there are probably other people like Ryan. Ryan's doing his best, and there are other people doing their best.
Yeah, and to your point of, like,
I just don't like when people lose faith in everything and everybody.
Yeah.
And it dampens their own soul, but I'm like, keep your own light going.
But I agree. I totally agree with that. If you're dampening your soul, because I feel like, you know, whatever you want to believe about the world, about life, the older I get, the more I, like, you know, at least I'm getting curious about, like, these concepts of, you know, energetic things and kind of like how the soul is like an energy, or like, you know, I've found in my life as being someone that's just like outwardly like social and outwardly like, I just kind of like exude this kind of like, hey, come here kind of energy that's like,
you want everyone to come here.
Yeah, come here, let's talk about shit, come here, look at this, you know. And it's like I want like if I went around honking that horn with a big smile on my face, not only would I be getting so much joy and energy out of the world, I think it would emanate an energy to people that would cause them to come over and look at it and laugh and whatever you want to call that, whether it's psychological, and certainly it is to a large degree, or whether there's some sort of kind of like,
you're definitely like putting an energy out there
positive
that people
energy
want to be a part of.
Yeah, and,
you know?
and it's like, you know, it's kind of like, fuck you with your bullshit magic. Like, what is that, magic? Like, but we truly don't know, and there's just so much we don't know about consciousness and just the brain and blah 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 blah. So anyway, I just love the idea that like, and in thinking about things, incidents in my life where being that outwardly like open and just being so open to like anything to happen that anything happens. You know, I've found that it's welcomed these really amazing experiences and these really amazing people, and it's drawn in all these like these interesting things. And I think that to some degree it's because I do live a life in the idea that if you're just nice to people, then you'll get niceness back, you know? And it's like, and not in like a I won't only want nice and it's a selfish way.
This is my favorite Beatles quote, was be nice to people, you're going to get niceness back.
You're gonna get niceness back. It's one of those B-sides from
Let
Abbey
It Be
Road.
side.
It's a Let It Be side. But anyway, yeah, so I do believe that, like, you're right, Mike. You can't just sit in the idea that, like, we're doomed and fuck this planet and fuck everything and I'm scared and my fear is gonna lead me to be this negative entity, you know? And it's like, I do believe that if you do that, you're just emanating this like grossness, you know, whether it's onto yourself, it's definitely onto yourself, but at that point, whether it's onto people in your life and then extending beyond that with your internet usage and, you know, fucking bullying people on the internet or just putting more vitriol onto the internet, negative vitriol onto the internet, I do feel like not only are you spreading this kind of normalization of like fuck everything, which I totally understand a percentage of, because I wouldn't want to eliminate all of the fuck everything, because then we wouldn't have things like, you know, any Jonan Vasquez comic or like you know, spoon fingers or what is it, lizard hands or salad fingers or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
There's just so much funny shit out there, even like a South Park or a Rick and Morty that just wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the fuck everything attitude. So to a degree, it's fine, whatever. But I think that if you just live in it, like you were saying, if you just dampen your soul with this like dark shit, then you're just going to kind of like welcome more dark, bad shit. And it's going to cause you to like fucking stumble and tumble and fucking, you know, not get what you want out of life. And because you're just stuck in this fucking mucky, gluey, black garbage, you know? I don't know. I think I do believe to a degree. If you within your soul believe in goodness and that there are good people in the world like Ryan, and there are good people in the world that want to help and want the same thing you want, then at least you're opening up that little path of like light into this like I'm doomed, fuck everything world.
Make your own light, dog.
But dude, privilege is such a big part of that, dude. Like we do have the privilege of being male and being kind of white looking.
Whitish. We're a bit beige.
You know, and it's like we already...
Welcome back to Dynamic Beige.
And not to be like, you know, not to make this too racially charged or whatever, but it's like, you know...
This is my favorite segment.
There are two... Okay, let's just live in the fact that we are men. And as men...
It's born that way.
From the 80s, whatever, we are 80s kids, 90s kids, whatever. You know, we are men and we kind of didn't really... We weren't bothered too much, you know, in the sense that, you know, girls were bothered by people who are fucking assholes or wouldn't let them do shit because they're a woman or they're a girl or whatever. And so to a degree, yeah, it's so easy to be like, yeah, man, just fucking let the light in a little bit.
You could be aware of the way things are and still have
totally.
a positive outlook on life.
Totally. But a lot of people aren't aware of the way things are and don't believe in like white privilege or male privilege, and they truly don't believe in it.
The problem is you're never going to change everyone's mind at the same time, because people are at different levels. Like, you don't know where, I mean, you were kind of saying it with the privilege thing, but you don't know like where everyone, you want to talk about growing up in
Totally.
like squalor, like fucking like legit squalor. You're just not raised with like a sense of
Yeah.
ethics all the time. And I'm not fucking making excuses for people. And there's both ends of the spectrum. God damn.
Yeah,
what are
that's
we talking
dude.
about?
That's the thing. Like, to kind of like to lead this wherever it's going. The thing is like
This is why I can never do Joe Rogan's podcast. It's because halfway through this, I'm gonna be like, where am I right now?
yeah. I mean, it's just
Jose
one of
Canseco's gonna love
it's one
this,
of those things where it's like, yeah, dude, there are different perspectives, and you never know where. I mean, that's why you just another good rule
Well,
of thumb.
everyone's
Another
just-
good rule of thumb for
Yeah.
humanity
Uh-huh.
is like, and this is a cliche one too. I'm sure you've heard in a more eloquent way, but like, we all. You don't judge a book by its cover. You know that fucking thing?
Uh-huh.
You don't know what the fuck's going on
Yeah.
behind those eyes.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite Three Dog Night song. Behind
Yeah,
those eyes.
eyes.
But truly, you just don't know, man. Like, you could see someone that's smiling and happy and laughing like fucking Robin Williams, and then the next thing you know, the dude's gone, man. Because
Dude,
he
we're
couldn't-
playing like depressing bingo right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's really one of those things where like you just don't know. So I guess like whatever. If we want to get out of this conversation, the easiest way out right now is just to say, be conscious. Just try to be conscious
Mm-hmm.
of what someone else is going through.
Have empathy.
Empathy, man. It's so important. If you are listening to this and you are hearing us say empathy, the word empathy, if you don't know what it means, that's totally okay. I'm not going to shame you.
I might.
But if you don't know what it means, I'm sure you felt it. I'm sure you understand the concept of it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know what it means when you hear empathy, please just look it up. Just Google the word empathy and read the definition of it, and read about like empaths, like and empathetic, things. Like
Look
just
up all the adjectives.
just check it out, because the concept of empathy is so important, and I think. I mean, it's not taught, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. When you live by example, is like you show that to people, and you can't make someone be like, oh, I wouldn't want to do this to someone because it would hurt me. You
Right.
Can't you have to, that's like a nurtured by example
Right.
type thing. So that's what I'm saying. Fucking be the light and be the goddamn
Yes.
change.
Yeah.
And then have faith that there are other people like you.
And
but don't
look.
fucking live in comparison to everything else. Live your
Totally.
life your own fucking way, and don't compare yourself to other people,
Right.
and just do your best all the time, and don't kid yourself about what your best is, and take responsibility, and take ownership of your life, and don't kid yourself about what your best is.
And
Squarespace website.
Mike beautifully said, and to add on to that, if you don't like what's happening in the world right now, in the U.S. at the very least, or if you don't like what's happening in the rest of the world too, truly, then just like really concern yourself with voting. Truly concern yourself with it.
Yeah, that's a part of doing what you can do.
Yeah.
You know that you have
Yeah. the
the right to do that. So it's like doing your best, not kidding yourself about what your best is
Right.
reading up on people, and like,
Mhm.
trying to, if these people are going to make decisions for you, try to get somebody in
Yeah.
there who fucking,
And look, there's documentation. It sucks. I know. You don't want to fucking
when you have to write on paper like that.
I mean, look, I understand. You don't
when
want to
it's your
fucking
civic duty to write on paper for a second, that sucks.
listen.
You know how your grandfather went to war and got shot at? It sucks so much to have to walk
Listen.
a block or two to write on paper for a sec.
And look, Mike's being hilarious, and it's very funny, and I think it's hilarious. But truly, like, it sucks, dude. It sucks to be like, and I know there's a lot of people that have those like cheat sheets.
That teach you how to write on paper for a second?
No, it's like, here's who to vote for. Like, vote for this person in this category and this person in this category.
Mhm.
And it's like, look, if that's the way you gotta do it,
Yeah, make sure your thoughts line up
yeah,
perfectly.
just try, dude. Like at the very least, like if you have a friend that you know is politically charged, and believes in the things that you believe in and is and wants the same things that you want, and they're posting like the thing that's like, here's the cheat sheet basically, and you trust that person, then like, sure, man. But like, just make sure you're making the right decision.
Or just be your own person and do some work.
Yeah. Even if it sucks.
You could do that if you want.
If it sucks, because dude, shit's real bad. And
it is, but also it was always worse than it is now.
Worse.
I don't want to talk about this so much because I've had such a depressing couple days.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I don't know. I mean, we can definitely end this. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I agree.
In the dude, Mel's Diner used to be separated into white people and black people.
Yeah, that's
And then
true.
they used to spray black people with hoses and do terrible. I know that terrible racist shit happens all the time, but I guess as a whole, as a society, I think we're the best. Like, there are woke people now. There was never woke people. There was just nice people. And there are people who have, I don't know.
I mean, I think
it's
there
always
were
going to be different. I don't know.
I think there were
Jesus
always.
Christ.
I think there were
I'm
always.
dumb. Don't listen to any fucking. This is dumb.
I think there were always woke people. I just think that the internet connected them.
Mm-hmm.
And the same goes for the bad stuff too.
Uh-huh.
The internet, everyone talks about how the internet is like the devil, and it's like the internet is the problem.
It's also what you make. It's people.
Yeah.
People say social media sucks, but it's if you didn't have any friends, if you didn't choose to put anybody on that shit, let's wait for the rain. Hold for rain.
Hold for rain.
There would be nothing on the, imagine a Twitter without following anyone. There would be nothing on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I bet that idea that the internet's the problem, the internet fucked up everything. I wonder if people felt the same exact way about the library.
The goddamn library.
We can't have kids reading books about what's outside the U.S. They're gonna get voodoo on them.
There was libraries way before the U.S. existed.
They're gonna get gored by a savage if they leave the U.S.
They're gonna get eaten by a centaur if they leave the U.S.
They're gonna get gored by a savage that we gored to have this U.S. We don't want them learning the truth. Anyway, all right.
Gored by a savage.
Gored by a Savage is my favorite Kevin Costner movie.
I thought it was a Smashing Pumpkins song.
Goodbye,
Goodbye, song.
All right, let's do some ads.
Yeah, might as well. This is goddamn stomp. Bringing the stomp.
Guys, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Quip. Quip is in my mouth every day. Every day I put Quip in my mouth, you guys. And if that's not enough of an endorsement for a product, I don't know what else is. Guys, how about you simplify the morning and evenings with a simpler electric toothbrush from Quip? That's what Quip is, an electric toothbrush. It has those timed sonic vibrations that cover the basics of every part of your mouth and just take 2 minutes twice a day. It teaches you the habitual routine of cleaning your mouth properly, because I guarantee, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of you that are doing it wrong. Sorry. And if you think I'm telling you guys, if you think I'm blowing whistles up it, Quip is one of the first electric toothbrushes that's accepted by the American Dental Association. That's right, guys. They're backed by over 25,000 dental professionals, and they have thousands of verified 5-star reviews. And hey, there's even a kid's brush. It's the same as the original, but it's tweaked for sized-down kids.
You got a small mouth?
If you got a baby's mouth, you're going to want that kid's brush. Anyway, you guys know about the built-in 2-minute timer. I just told you about it. What about the sensitive sonic vibrations? Told you about that. The multi-use cover that works as a stand and mounts to mirrors. And you seal it all up in this cool future tube when you travel around with it, which I do every time. And how about those? There's also those monthly, or sorry, those bi-month. What is it? Every 3 months you get new brush heads.
Every couple months, the new brush head comes.
There's a whole thing. Anyway, guys, you want it. I have it. Mike has it. A lot of people in this, almost said the source bed office. A lot of people in the Valleyfolk
Let
office
it go.
have Quip toothbrushes, and everyone loves them so much. So, guys,
Depressing bingo. Who got depressing bingo off of mentioning SourceFed? That's the only one I needed.
he did it. So, guys, Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/banter right now, you can get your first refill pack for free. That's your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/banter. Getquip.com/banter. Thank you, Quip.
Miller Lite never lets you down. It kicks you right in the gut where you want it. You fucking bastard. Ooh, our beer is made in the mountains. Do you understand what that means? No, you don't. No one gives a shit.
We don't know what that means.
You don't fucking know what it means.
Great taste, less taste.
Every grain of barley in our beer was crushed by hand, by a man.
When you sweat on a farm, you know what it means to be a male.
Male. Every beer bottle, every single bottle of beer can break, so you can use it as a weapon in a bar.
There's 500 horses in every bottle.
Every goddamn bottle of our beer has one rock in it. A small rock. That's how badass it is.
That's our gift to you.
Men in the 1800s used to eat small rocks. Help them digest. There's a horse in every bottle. Everyone gets a horse.
You can't pass a shark without some rocks in your stomach.
When you buy our Miller Genuine Draft, you get a horse. Everybody gets a horse. Get ready, come get your horse.
And then the music drops out and he's like,
Horse is waiting for you.
The horse is waiting. That horse needs to be fed.
holy shit.
We'll leave the horse on for you. All right.
HGTV Horse Hunters.
I don't know. This one's pretty beat up. All right, guys. MeUndies. MeUndies is here to save your life from boring, uncomfortable undergarments. They're here to change the way you think about underwear in every single way. They believe undies shouldn't take themselves too seriously, and they believe undies should be soft and fit every booty like it was made for every booty. That's my life mantra. Life should be, don't take yourself too seriously, and everything should be soft and fit your booty like it was made for your butt. Guys, MeUndies doesn't just have undras for boys. Absolutely not. There's stuff for girls, too. And they believe that every woman should have the freedom to wear whatever they want, in whatever color they want, and whatever size they want. So, ladies, rejoice! The Feel Free collection is here. MeUndies size tested these 5 new silhouettes on every body type, with an ultra-soft, feather-light waistband that provides 0 restriction. And I hear that's very important. That's something I learned about as a boy. That undergarments can be too tight on the ladies and leave those goddamn marks. Hurts ya. These undies will be the first thing that has ever been on your body. The best thing, sorry. It'll be the first thing you ever wear. And they have sizes in an extra small and 4XL. But anyway, guys, the new Feel Free collection offers the ultra soft waistband, maximize comfort with weightless feel design with you in mind. New prints drop every Tuesday, so undie exhaustion be gone. And MeUndies offers a flexible membership that has styles for both men, women, matching your boo, and even your dog. They don't have just undies, guys. They also have super soft and comfy onesies and loungewear perfect for, lounging. Guys, I got a onesie. Did you get one, Mike? Have you gotten one?
Yes.
I got a onesie, dude. Did you try it on?
I didn't, so I
You gotta
installed
try
it
it on.
immediately.
Oh yeah, dude. It's just like you slipped your whole body.
Into
It's
a
like
different body.
It's like you became your whole body is a shaved leg, and you slid it into satin linen.
Oh.
It's like sliding your whole body into linen. So guys, MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. Guys, this is a no-brainer, especially because they have that 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like them, you get your money back, dude. Come on. Don't be dumb.
Come on.
Get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee by going to MeUndies.com/banter. That's MeUndies.com/banter. Thank you, MeUndies.
Very good, Steve.
So the president of the... No, I'm just kidding. Dude, I went to Taco Bell's hotel.
What is that like?
It was great, man.
What did they explain it?
It was great. They made like a pop-up hotel.
You mean like out of a book?
They opened a book, and then a hotel came out, and we all went in and had a great time.
That's nice. How many
That
years?
sounds so great, by the way. I wish I
Yeah.
could do that.
Dude, there should be a amusement park that pops up out of a book.
Yeah, or at least like a land within an amusement park that opens up like a book. Because imagine how big that property would need to be. If
That's
the
how big I
whole theme
want it,
park.
and I want it to be a real book.
Dude, Mike, that's just not. I'm sorry, man. I don't think that's possible.
It takes 150 years to read the book.
Dude, you would have to have the equal amount of land on both sides for the book to be able to fully open and then like open up onto the ground.
It takes.
Do you understand that?
35,000 steps a day to read a page of that book.
Oh, now you're reading it? This doesn't sound like a good theme park, Mike.
No one's gonna read the book. You built a theme park on it.
What's the theme park then? Is it just reading the book?
It's the story.
You just read a book. You go to the giant book. It
No,
opens
no,
up
no.
every day.
I'm saying you're gonna have a book and have no words in the book. That's a waste of a book.
I think there'll be like, pieces of words.
Is there a forward?
Pieces of words is my favorite.
Sheryl Crow.
Anyway, so they just like converted a resort in Palm Springs.
Favorite place?
And really? I got something to say
It's a
about
great
Palm
place.
Springs.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's
Not
wonderful.
my favorite, but
It's-
I do love it. there.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Mhm.
It's just really hot in the
Yes.
summer.
Well, it's a desert.
And it's really only a place I think you should go to if you want to just like get out of the city and just like chill.
Yeah, very important.
But there's really not much to do in Palm Springs. It's just like go to a place
Depends
where there's
how
a
old you
pool
are.
and that's that.
Dude, if
That's
you were
true.
50, you'd
That's
be
true.
set for
It's a
life.
perfect place to retire, I think.
Yeah.
If you have air conditioning. But anyway, they converted a resort into a Taco Bell hotel called The Bell. And they invited us to our very first night. And me and Alana and Whitney and Jesse went, and I filmed some stuff, and there's going to be a vlog on the Valleyfolk channel probably at some
Nice.
point.
They serve you Taco Bell all day and night? One.
Shit, I
Start
wish
doing
I could.
push-ups.
I wish I didn't laugh because I wanted to keep that going. Anyway, so yeah, dude, it was just like you went in and there was like they were serving you Baja Blast drinks with like popsicles in them like the second you walk up to like the front desk.
They got a dentist on standby or what?
And then they give you like your swag bag and the key to your room or whatever. And we got this like fucking super nice room. And it was just like, The swag bag was really fun. And then they like the room is stocked with like Taco Bell chips and like Taco Bell like Baja Blast in the fridge and stuff.
This is a fun episode to also talk about privilege.
Well, I talked about how we went to go to events and shit because we're influencers.
No, I'm just fucking around.
But anyway, so and then they just they gave us this like cabana that we just sat in all day in front of the pool. And then they just brought Taco Bell food out all day. And then these like...
Was it too much?
No, because you could refuse it.
Did they have other food options?
Yeah, they had a menu with like salads.
Like there was a guy near the front door who pointed, you can get the fuck out of here.
No, they had like...
do you want pancakes or something? Well, get the
everything,
fuck out of here.
Everything was Taco Bell. Everything. But there was like salads and like healthier options.
Yeah, but it all tastes like one thing.
It all had Taco Bell like stuff in it. Yeah, it was
Everything
very good.
from Taco Bell tastes like one thing. It's just different. It looks different.
I don't know, man. When was the last time you had Taco Bell?
Recently.
Really?
There was one on Ventura in Studio City, I think, that has a line no matter what. It has a line through the drive-through that pours out onto the street no matter what.
Yeah, there's one.
No matter
like,
what time.
There's one in like Reseda that used to be like that. I think it's like, I don't know what it is.
People love it. People
love it.
There are, in the Northeast, there are Taco Bells, but people aren't horny for it like they are here. It's insane.
It's you know, I think they just appeal to the California lifestyle.
Yeah,
because they're
like
very
people
much
who don't want.
Because like you know, California is very
you
like
want tacos, but you don't want to wait for them.
California is super like, or at least like the greater Los Angeles area or the West Side. You know, there's like, you know, that whole be out late clubbing culture.
Yeah.
And Taco Bell's open 24 hours, and it's like the perfect place to just go get some fucking shredded chicken burritos.
Yeah.
And some fucking chalupas and shit after you've been drinking all night, and your body wants nutrients.
Yeah, your body needs vitamins.
Your body wants water, and you're shoving chalupas down your throat.
That was our like Wendy's and White Castle.
Yeah. I guess it's just, you know, and Taco Bell like really nailed the whole like millennial culture thing. Like they're very hip. They're very like, their marketing is always very like, you want this.
Very
this
bright,
is cool.
Very orange, very purple.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Most
it was great,
popular
man.
Fast food by state.
There was like dancing girls that like were doing pool acrobatics and stuff. They did like little shows.
Was that annoying when you want to take a dip?
No, it was great because we were dipped all day. We were dipping nacho fries and then cheeses and dipping in the pool. Yeah, the pool was nacho cheese, dude.
That's
Did I not
great.
say that?
You didn't say that to begin with, no.
Anyway, it was great, dude. It was really cool. Then they had this band called Fletcher play. They're like
Flatulence?
Flatulence.
That's cool.
And yeah, we were like right up front for that. It was great. It was
Were
just a
they good?
great time. And then you went to bed, and then you woke up, dude, and they like delivered like a breakfast taco bar to your room.
What?
Yeah, and there was just like scrambled eggs, and it was all Taco Bell stuff. You made these little Taco Bell, and then they gave you these like pancake Cinnabon bite things with like fucking gooey inside it.
That's real nice.
Fucking sweet. Every bite of it has a warm, gooey right from the center of it.
Every last bitch.
Come to Taco Bell and get your...
Dude, this is so weird. I looked up the most popular fast food restaurant by state.
Yeah.
And I've never even heard of the place that it says.
Was it like Rangers or something? Ooh, I love Rangers. You ever been a Rang Dang Danger burger? It's got armadillo in it.
What time is it? If we're there by 4, they give us 5 free Rang Dang burgers.
You come on down to Rang Dangs. Everybody fucking loves that. Don't steal your number. You know the one. We're losing a lot of numbers out there.
It's at the end of every commercial.
Please don't steal her. Goddamn numbers.
What do they mean by that?
Please.
Like the serving now numbers, people are just walking out with them.
Yeah. Because
We can't afford more numbers.
I guess I'm kind of referencing Whataburger. which is like it's really one of the, you ever been there? You know what I'm talking about? Whataburger.
I think so.
It's like it's 100% called What a Burger.
Yeah.
But anytime I go to fucking Texas or hang out with someone who's from Texas, they go Whataburger. Let's go get some. Let's go get some Whataburger.
They just talk different.
I know, but they call it Whataburger. So like when you go, you have to like assimilate to it.
Do you say Whataburger?
What?
Do you like enunciate every part of the word? Because I would get lazy and I'd say Whataburger.
Well, no, that's what it's called. It's supposed to be called Whataburger.
So you're just mad that they say it in an accent from where they're from?
They're saying what instead of what.
I think it's just an accent thing.
I mean, I've heard them say what. It doesn't sound like what. Anyway,
What?
I was thinking of Whataburger and how it's like a, I guess it's like a, I don't know if this is just an Austin thing, but I was there with some locals and they were like, if this is your first time at Whataburger, you got to take your number and like keep it.
Oh, okay.
It's like a thing where like your first time ever, you keep your table number.
And
And so I have it. I have mine somewhere. It was
they
like,
get mad when you take them.
I mean, I just thought it would be funny to say they get mad. I don't know if they get mad. That's got to be some cheap shit, right? Those
Somebody's got
little
to
numbers.
order those. I hope that establishment's doing well.
I guess that's true. No, they're fine. They're all over the place, and people love them so much.
Okay.
They love them so
Oh, I
much.
love you. But what happens the next day when you got to go from fucking 22 to 25?
I know, dude.
That's
So
not
you just
bad.
skip it.
All right.
Anyway, do you want to do some history roads?
Yes.
Or do you want to talk about something? Or
Nope.
all right, fuck it. Let's do some history roads.
Found out long ago. Whoa, it's a long way down the history road. History road. History road.
Steve, can I say something about shows real quick?
Yeah, dude, do
A
it.
couple extra claps and tick-ticks in there at the end.
Yeah, just add them in right after the clack, tick, tick.
What is that? What is that?
It's the ghost of the royalty-free meditation track.
On August 22nd, I'm going to be at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Tickets are available for that now. On the 3rd and 4th of October. 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th as well. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be at the Corner Comedy Clubs in Toronto. And tickets are also on sale for that right now.
You
And
guys should
then,
totally to that show.
Might as well could. And the next big one in LA is on August 31st. I'm doing this new show called Surrounded and the Improv Lab, where we're in the middle of the room. They set up the show so the audience is surrounding the
Whoa, what are you
comedians.
gonna do? You gonna show everyone your butt for
I'm
a
gonna
bit?
I'm gonna show at least 50% of the room my butt at all times.
Are you ever gonna turn around, or are you just gonna face forward?
No,
'Cause
you
that's-
gotta work the whole room.
You gotta like turn around and
yeah,
shit.
it's
Wow.
kind of like watching medieval times, but it's just the jester, and you're in a tinier room.
And you could get murdered.
Dude, that's the waiver when you go into medieval times.
If you don't like the jester, you can kill him. Just like old times.
But if you twist your ankle killing the jester, you can't sue the
You-
establishment.
You can buy the king package, where if you don't like the jester, you can kill him.
Dude, what do you think about this? I want to do a cruise. I want to make my own cruise called the Lion Cruise.
Okay,
And
I'm
like,
in.
Half an hour in, somebody throws your dad overboard.
And it's up to you to get him back.
More at 6.
Is this a
With an ice cold Miller High Times.
It's so cold you're gonna burn yourself.
Freeze your horse.
Freeze your nuts off with our new Miller High Life.
Have a fun time with your horse. Now you own a horse.
All right, this first history road. Are you done with your plugs?
Yes, I
You
think
can
so.
keep. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't
Thank
want
you
to
very
cut. I didn't
much.
want to cut off your plugs.
I appreciate that. We have new stuff in the store.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
We have fucking awesome mugs that Byron kind of scoured the internet for, and I think they're like metal or like tin or something like that.
Oh, cool.
And so we have mugs and that poster where we're like,
Yeah, that poster's real good.
what would you call that? Like medieval
Yeah. Oh, the one with Mortimer?
Yeah,
Oh,
the giant
yeah,
Mortimer.
the one where we're riding Mortimer. Yeah.
So that and mugs are available on dynamicbanter.clothing.
Dude, I want one of those. Are we signing those?
The mugs?
Yeah.
No, the posters. Yeah, for sure.
We're signing
They're
them?
on
Okay,
their
I'm
way
gonna-
to the Valleyfolk.
Great. I'm going to keep one.
Yeah.
Guys, this first History Road comes from you, Jerry. He calls it a very short History Road. And he says, you know how people say it's a double-edged sword? Well, how does that make any sense? Aren't all swords double-edged?
No.
The saying should
Ryan
just
shaking
be,
his head no.
it's a sword. Okay, you, Jerry, I don't think you understand.
Also, Ryan looks like he has a house in Palm Springs right now. Right?
I believe when someone says double-edged sword, it's like there's no, like both sides of the sword is a sharp.
Like you're thinking
Sword.
barbarian sword. Like a Braveheart sword.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's both sides of the sword are sharp.
Yeah. That means that you have to make a decision where you're going to get fucked either way. So what is the conversation about?
Ian Gregory.
He's saying that there's no swords that are only sharp one side?
He's saying that he's thinking that both sides. It's talking about both sides of the blade
Yes.
of a one blade, the both
Right.
sides. Which is like, isn't that just a sword?
That's the sword.
But a double-edged sword is one that is sharp on both sides.
No handle.
And not the other side.
Hard
We're
to
talking about
handle
no
now.
handle. Like from top to bottom, it is just a sword.
Those swords are notoriously hard to handle now.
Okay, guys, listen. Apparently we bungled it, Mike. So I gotta play the bungle music. You ready?
Oh, shit. Okay. Thank God we have that on fucking...
I know, right? I normally start these emails with "Hi, Mike and Steve," but Mike gets a free pass on this one.
That sounds vaguely positive.
Steve, I like and respect all of the talented work that you've done starting a successful business in the entertainment industry. Well, thank you. However,
This has been...
I saw last week's episode, while not driving, where you open your Mac and every conceivable space on your desktop was filled with various unorganized files. I worked with an editor who did that, and it was living hell trying to tell Premiere Pro where the files went. I'm just looking out for you. Also, if Ryan does this, please fire him and just know that I can start on Monday. In any case, tell Ryan that
Why is everyone gunning for Ryan's job?
Tell Ryan that I've brought a nice pair. I bought a nice pair of boxing gloves, and I'd sure like to break them in.
Is this the same guy who tried to fight Ryan last time?
That's all. Your
Is
new
that Ian
editor.
Gregory Blaine?
It's the same guy. Yeah, it is Ian.
You
It
know
says
how
Ian.
many people have never had their history roads read?
I know, and this
and
motherfucker's
all Ian
in
wants
here.
to do is be on the show, and he's been on
and
the
trying
show
to tell me
12
how to-
fucking times.
Trying to tell me how to keep my desktop.
Keep your desktop however you want with the new Miller. Chill it out.
I'll never read another email from you ever again, Ian Gregory Blaine. You're never gonna work here, buddy.
Holy shit.
You're never gonna get hired by us. You might as well stop listening.
Just don't threaten Ryan. He's soft and
You know,
boy.
I get it's funny to be like, your desktop's messy. Who gives a fuck? Does it
does-
bother you?
It bothers me.
Why?
Because it makes it's me projecting my anxieties
Yeah.
about that onto you. If
Well,
it doesn't
do
bother
it.
you, it's your goddamn
Yeah, it doesn't
computer.
bother me at all. I know how to find my shit.
It does slow down your computer. So as your friend, I want the best user experience.
I think that it slows down an old, slow computer. These new computers are meant to room, room, baby, like the engine of a motorcycle.
You're not wrong. A martyr.
Cassie
cycle.
Hodge sends us a short history road. Corgi. Hi, Mike and Steve. Love you boys, and my husband John and I were excited to meet you, Steve, at RTX in July. Okay, thank you. Anyway, I love DB so much. And recently I was watching episode 163 while suffering from monthly woman moonwater cramps.
Oh, real good. I would give this chick Ryan's job in a second.
Yeah. I laughed so hard in the first 10 minutes that I guess I exercised the right muscles and my cramps stopped.
Oh, nice.
What? We stopped cramps.
Listen
Dude, we stopped menstrual cramps.
Yeah, dude, that's the power of the show. We could cure your period.
Dude, it's a man's dream, don't you think? To be able to stop period cramps. Imagine if you were known as a man that could stop period cramps.
You would be most eligible bachelor.
Yeah, you'd be the MIB, most eligible bachelor.
Yeah.
Anyway, my corgi Sonny and Boston Terrier Lil watch DB with me, and they always perk up their ears when they hear the horn honk.
My Boston Terrier Small.
Let's do a real organic horn honk for you. Could you do 2 horn honks for my Sonny and Lil? Because they are 2 horn-born girls. Thanks so much. Love ya. I love that I'm going to give some puppies. There you go, Lil, you little bitch.
And if you're playing this like on your Alexa or something where the whole house could hear it and your dogs could hear it, I'd just like to say, who wants to go outside? You want to go outside?
Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Food time!
Who wants a snack?
Damn it, I wish I had a bag to
Who wants a treat?
crinkle.
Who wants a treat? Now you gotta give your dog, yeah, dude.
There you go.
Who wants a treat? Who wants a treat?
Who wants a treat?
That's just another one of those Budweiser commercials.
Who wants a treat? Who wants a treat?
It's just a photo of a
No treats. Pick up your horse, Gary. You got the beer, now you gotta get the horse.
Don't put the beer before the horse. Get your treats.
Some asshole hasn't picked up his horse yet. Hey, better come get your horse, Gary. We're gonna put your whole phone number on TV.
Bailey and Garrett Kirkendall sends us, dude, I was looking for the Comic-Con exclusive Kirkendall this year.
Oh, man. This is the most highly detailed people who listen to this podcast.
History Road blank is my favorite blank. Hello, our beautiful horn honkin' boys. My wife was making us some delightful ice cream sunders
Oh, man. That's
while
nice.
watching you boys in all our glory. And while heating up some Mamma Mia that's nice chocolate fudge in the microwave oven. It exploded and she yelled, "Babe, we had a chocolate explosion in the microwave!" And I immediately yelled, "Chocolate Explosion is my favorite Eddie Murphy stand-up special featuring Ludacris." All right. And we laughed all night, and she yelled at me to give this tasty gift to our boys.
All right.
All right, we got one more here.
What does that mean, watching it in all our glory? Were they naked eating sundaes?
Yeah, they're calling themselves glorious.
Oh, okay.
Tyler Z sends another blank is my favorite blank email saying, "Hey there, DB babies. I have a hard time finding opportunities to use blank as my favorite blank joke, but my friend was mentioning that time she visited New Orleans. I asked if it was anything like Alabama, where she had been before, to which she responded, it's kind of like Alabama. They just have bigger swamps and some longer bogs."
What's a bog?
Bog is like a little swamp, right? A bog is like a swamp.
You stack bogs up and then you have a slammer.
I then said Longer Boggs is my favorite jazz musician.
That's good, man.
That's a good one.
He also played outfield for the Red Sox. in
Anywho,
the
go
early
ahead
90s.
and throw me a good sick horn honk out of that old horn Betsy, and I'll keep loving and following your work. Love you, born boys. All right, Mike, let's get out of here. Got shit to do. I got video games to play. I wish you understood!
You never understood.
You never understood how bad I need poop!
I had a good time. I hope we
had a good time,
had
too.
something. I hope we said something good. I hope we did more good than bad in the first part.
You know, this is a forum for us to kind of vent our frustrations, and I was so frustrated about recent events and stuff. But yeah, look, dude, positivity is key.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep that light, man. You got some light in you. Everyone's got light in them, for sure. But if it's hard for you to find yours, or you feel like yours is clouded, just know that there are ways to bring your light back. You just gotta stay positive, be good to people, treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't be an arsehole.
Don't be an arsehole.
Use your fucking turn signal, you fucking piece of garbage.
I'm very thankful that we get to do this regardless of how the times are or whatever, and how bad or good things are. You could always count on your boys to give you a little smile in your mouth.
Yeah, man. That's all we want. We just want to make you happy and then maybe live a bit of a comfortable life while doing it.
Yeah.
That's all we want. I'm sure that's all anybody wants, and we hope it for you, and we wish it for you. We're sending you energy from our beards through the ether to you. So, you know, and if you don't want it, then fucking, dude, just like fucking don't be weird about it.
Suck a dick.
Dude, don't be weird and suck a dick.
That was a HeadGum podcast.
Don't be weird and suck a dick. And then it just ends.
That's the last podcast you ever do.
Yeah, this is a head drum. Mike and Steve both died.